At a time of economic unease and deep welfare cuts, British politicians haven't been holding back when it comes to immortalizing their colleagues on canvas and in sculpture, while leaving taxpayers to pick up that tab. RT's Polly Boyko has the details.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but in the case of the UK Parliament, it's more like £250,000. It's been revealed that since 1995, MPs have splurged £250,000 on commissioning portraits of fellow parliamentarians to adorn the walls of the Houses of Parliament behind me. Take, for example, Work and Pensions Secretary Ian Duncan Smith. His portrait cost £10,000. A painting of Foreign Secretary William Hague, that cost £4,000. And a relatively small portrait of left-wing MP Diane Abbot, well, that set back the taxpayer £11,750, the same amount that it cost to commission a life-size bronze statue of Baroness Thatcher, it turns out.
I think people would expect the parliamentary authorities to have portraits of prime ministers or former speakers of the House of Commons, but looking at the list of people who have been immortalised on canvas or in bronze over the last decade or two, they're casting the net very wide, and I think questions need to be asked as to exactly who is getting this privilege and whether it's worth taxpayers' money being spent on that.
Well, the fact is you go in an art gallery and you see paintings of politicians, however, in time of austerity, possibly not the best idea.
There are some things that, cultural and artistic things, that are worth paying the money for out of the public purse because they can be seen by everyone. But I have no interest in seeing paintings of our politicians.
Surely they could have found the money some other way, whether it be via charity, donation, private donations. But it does seem rotten that it come from us.
As an art lover, I think it's quite good because we're sort of documenting our part in history, and they can talk about it in the future, being like, oh yeah, they commissioned all these things and it was really risky at the time because they were in a lot of debt.
In response to criticism over the paintings, a Commons spokesman said that the annual art budget has been reduced in light of the economic downturn. But despite this, just one politician who initially agreed to have her portrait painted later pulled out after press inquiries regarding the cost. She said she'd considered the bigger picture and no longer felt it was appropriate to splash all that public cash in times of austerity. Polly Boyko, RT, London.